So there were like free programs every day that you could sign up for. Usually when I'm talking about free programs, it's like a guided walk outside, or yoga course, or workout course, or stretch course, stuff like that. Yeah, every now and then they also have like something more like creative, like they had the Advent Ref crafting course and stuff. But for this day, I signed us up for yoga course. My sister does weekly yoga. Like, she's a yoga professional, okay? Okay, she doesn't really do like hardcore yoga. But she goes to yoga a lot. And if you recall, my first and only experience with yoga was at this hotel 2 years ago, and it was alright, but I think already back then I complained that I like the whole like stretching and posing and stuff. That feels okay, but I don't like the yapping, the spiritual yapping, because I cannot immerse myself into it. I feel dumb. I really envy everybody who can listen to that yapping, like, oh, feel how your body is connecting with the nature or with the floor, whatever. If you feel that and you feel good with that and you relax with it, amazing. I wish I could feel like that, but I can't. So if only it was without that yapping, I would really like it. So back then I was like, okay, I guess yoga is not for me. But this time, because my sister really likes yoga, and because I just wanted to do anything really, I thought, let's give it another try. It was the same instructor. And it was the same kind of routine. But I feel like the yapping, the spiritual yapping, was a little bit more toned down this time. But also, it was so exhausting. And I thought, this is how it is. But my sister told me afterwards that no, this was a really intense and fast yoga session that felt more like a workout than a yoga session. I'm thinking the instructor probably just wanted to pack as much volume into the one session as possible, so that it's, you know, that it feels like you did something. I think it was like an hour or 50 minutes. It felt pretty long, and it was like so fast, like bam, 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 go into this position and to this position and then hold this position, and it was really, really rough. Yeah, definitely it was a workout. I didn't realize yoga is supposed to be like that. But no, my sister said, no, this is like not how they do it in her yoga class. I was like the most shit in that yoga class, but it did feel good. Yeah, I did feel like I did something good for my body, and I also stretched out my legs quite a bit in that session. It felt good, and I did feel it in the following days also. Definitely burned some calories and felt good to just do something. And to do it together with my sister. Jelly legs, very jelly. Jelly arms too, everything jelly. So yeah, and did that. And then we were pretty tired after that. The yoga thing was pretty late in the day. We just chilled a little bit and then had dinner. But yeah, the whole day we also spent a lot of time in the sauna. And I went into a whirlpool alone. The whirlpool, what do you imagine when I say whirlpool? It's not like the kind of whirlpool that's like small and that you put into your garden or so. It was more bigger than that, and it's heated and it's bubbly. But I was alone in it, and I was just swimming some laps in it because it was kind of nicely warm. Tiny baby laps, jacuzzi, yeah, but like bigger. Not as big as a proper swimming pool, but I could do some laps in it. They really serve you good food, have great rooms and great customer service, and great saunas and pools and everything. So basically, yeah, they have like many pools. They're outside too, and they're heated partially. Some are more heated than others, and they have many saunas. And you know, I'm not really a sauna type of person, but this trip especially, I really how to say, I tried my best and overcame my fear of being naked around other people a little bit more. I was a little bit less awkward. I was way more surrounded by naked people than in previous times. It was like really crowded a lot of the time. But thanks to my sister really liking sauna, I wanted to tag along as much as I could. And I just, yeah. I tried my best, and it went okay. Mixed or girls only? Unfortunately, mixed. Unfortunately, I wish there was like separate, but that's, you know, sauna usually is mixed. Huh? Eh? Yeah, it's usually mixed. Huh? Yeah, I'm brave, right? Thank you. Exactly. Like, that's like one of the big things. If it was only women, I would be less worried about it. Towels? Well, normally you don't really like, but you go, for example, if it's a dry sauna, you go in with a towel to place the towel on the space that you're sitting or lying on, but you don't really cover yourself with it. Most people just even walk in without covering themselves because they're that confident and don't give a shit. And they walk in just like so openly naked. Nothing is censored. Yeah, people are very open. Yeah, I guess that's just European sauna culture. It might be different in America. I would prefer to, like, generally when I walk in, I'm definitely covering myself. And then, so I still, like, even if it gets really hot, I still like try to cover myself, especially when there's people around. And then my sister, she brought something that she was gonna use herself, but then she borrowed it to me, like basically a towel. It's like a little bath robe for the sauna. It doesn't have sleeves. It's just like a towel that you wrap around your upper body, but it has buttons so it stays in place. So she lent it to me so that I could wear it. So in the dry sauna, I was wearing that, but everybody else was just like walking around like they don't give a shit. Yeah, very naked. Very, very naked. But then I actually like the humid sauna more, the foggy sauna. I like it more than the dry sauna, because it feels like something is actually happening, you know what I mean? Because you breathe all that humidity in and it feels like it's really opening up your nose and throat and everything. And then also the more time you spend in there, the more you're like super wet. Your body is dripping. Everything's dripping. And just, yeah, the sinuses, it really feels like something's happening. And then one time we had like a peeling. They had like specific times where they were doing like specific sauna events where a sauna dude comes there to I don't know what he really does because we were there too late, but he's like going around with the towel. He's like woof 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 shoo 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 shoo. Of course, yeah. What's that in English? I don't know. He's just like a professional sauna guy, and he stands in there and he's like, okay, in the dry sauna he will pour some oils or whatever, nice smelling oils over the sauna stones. But he was in the humid sauna, and there, I guess he also did that, but he also like brought these peelings that people were supposed to rub onto their skin in the humid sauna because there it's so wet already that it doesn't matter. It can get messy. He's a sauna elf, yeah. And he knows everything about sauna. Very professional sauna guy. Where was I going with this? I don't know. But so I was gonna say, because you guys were so shocked, in the humid sauna, it is so humid and it is foggy, so people don't go in there wrapped in towels. Like it would feel really uncomfortable too, but at least it's like kind of foggy, so you don't see that clearly. So yeah, for that you kind of have to be really naked. Just avert your gaze. For me, I don't really like it either, but everybody is like really normal about it. So the cool thing is, and I know I'm just standing around because I want to focus on telling this tangent, but the cool thing is, the first night when I woke up, it was snowing like shit. When we arrived, it wasn't snowing yet, but when we woke up the first night, it was snowing so much, and the snow was lying everywhere, like it was staying in place. It was beautiful. It looked so beautiful, like a winter wonderland. And first I was kind of worried about it because of the horse ride, but turns out it wasn't a big issue. it just made everything more beautiful, and it made the feeling of going from cold to warm even better, and it made it even cozier to stay inside of the hotel. But also, since there were several saunas, one sauna was placed in like a building that was just for the sauna outside next to a lake that they have, so that the whole, I'll probably show you a picture later, but the buildings, all the room buildings and the restaurant and everything, they were like all surrounding a little lake in the middle, and in the lake there's also a pool kind of built into the lake that one's heated, and then there's another like onsen pool that's like really heated next to it, and then there's a sauna building that is also right by the lake. So that sauna was so cool. It didn't look like the other saunas. It wasn't just like normal brown wood. No, it was like dark black wood and really cool like architecture. And so I watched so many people on these days go into the sauna and then come out and jump into the ice cold, by the way, freezing lake that was right there. Like, they come out and they go into the water naked. And I was like, damn, these people are so brave and strong. Sheesh. Yeah, some of them could stay in pretty long, and some of them were like, oh shit, and pretty quickly walking out again. But I noticed like pretty much everybody was there, either like with their partner or with their whole family with kids. But usually, you know, the kids stayed in like kids areas, and the couples, the adult couples, they stayed in the sauna areas and everything. But I noticed when there was a couple of a man and a woman and they went into the water, often the women were more hardcore than the guys. And stayed in longer in the ice cold water. Ha! Strong! But not always. Sometimes, some couples, only the guy went into the water and the woman just watched. They were naked. Yeah, they were hella naked. And the lake was frozen in most places except for the places where you enter, because people kept on going in and out. But it was like everybody was trying to prove how cool and brave they were. How hardcore they were. But it was, I guess it must have been really nice. Like, I didn't want to go that hardcore. Like, I get really hot in the sauna too, but I don't feel the need to, you know, jump into an ice cold lake. At that point, like, the moment I'm already stepping outside, I'm already cooling down enough. I don't feel like I need to go into the ice cold lake to cool down. But I know it's like you make your body stronger with that whole process. It's more about just cooling down. You strengthen your body with that. I'm sure it feels great, or maybe not. Maybe it doesn't feel great actually. But you just still do it. But yeah, that was a fun thing everybody was doing, and I was watching. I was like, shit, couldn't be me. Sounds like something wild someone would do at least once while on vacation. Yeah, well, we didn't do it. It feels terrible and then great from what I hear. Well, I guess also especially if you do it more regularly. So that was day one, you know, nothing special, but I did yoga session, lots of sauna, getting used to sauna more, and lots of observing people doing crazy stuff.